One time I got really high, and I was laying down. I started thinking about space, and I thought to myself, like, what if the atmosphere just disappeared, and I was just exposed to the vacuum of space and just, like, died? And I, like, started freaking
That's what
out.
depression feels like. I feel like that is exactly what, like, when you wake up depressed and for no reason, like, when nothing happened the next day, but, like, you're just having, like, a real brain depression.
Yeah.
Like, disordered, like, day or week or month or, year.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it feels like. Do you agree?
For me, it's lack of motivation. When I'm depressed, I'm a very pessimistic, negative person, like, on the inside. And, like, for me, my depression spouts are, like, I'm not motivated, and I also think everything is shit, and I also kind of, like, look down on other people's happiness and success. But I know it's all in my brain.
They're just happy because they're lame and stupid.
Kind of.
So,
like
I'm
their
smarter. Simple brain lets them be
exactly.
happy.
Like, they're happy because of their ignorance.
Yes.
And it really is, I think
hate that. It's so smug.
It's my coping mechanism.
Yeah.
I know it's not real. It's what I do to make myself feel superior, even though I'm crippled with my anxiety and depression. It's like a coping mechanism. It's basically what it is.
When I was ever since I was a kid, the depression feeling. So, like, dark things never manifested to me as, like, ghosts and like graveyards and, like, skeletons and spooky stuff. Like, to me, the darkest, like, scariest thing you could show me is a person, like, floating in space or deep sea has always, like, really depressed me.
So isolation.
Thinking of, like, isolation and it, but I think it's just because, like, that's how, when you're really depressed, that's how it feels. Like, when you're really depressed, it doesn't feel like a cemetery. Cemeteries feel like community.
Yeah.
Cemeteries feel like I'm gonna go have a nice picnic in the cemetery and, like, think about my loved ones. Like, love is not isolating, but just like thinking about being an astronaut and you're in space and you cut the cord and you're just floating.
Yeah.
You're just floating and dying, or you wake up in the middle of in the ocean, but, like, or I guess you're, like, in scuba gear and you can breathe underwater and you're in deep sea and you're in, like, that blackness where, like, people don't really go and there's, like, species that aren't discovered yet.
They're like bioluminescence. They make their own light.
Like, that shit gives me goosebumps. Like, that to me is exactly what depression feels like to me. It's like you wake up and you're in the deep sea and there's, like, these vicious fish swimming by you and you can't even see them because you're in the deep sea. And they have crazy teeth, and you, like, if you touch them, they're probably gonna, like, take off your hand, but you can't see them, and everything is so frightening, and, like, it's like you're sinking, but you're floating, and
it sounds like a fear of loneliness. It sounds like an artistic mind, like you're, like, using art to draw a picture of loneliness.
I guess that's just how my brain has always seen it as the ocean / space.